Oh boy. I don't know what you people think I am or what my wife is out here. I know what Dylan thinks. He thinks it's a stupid little trashy site that fucking people puts out here is worth mine or my wife's time. What kind of bullshit is that? People from Hong Kong, China, every freaking other country but the United States of America? I'm calling Dylan out on this. This is fucking ridiculous. My God, I mean, if anybody was going to suggest something, I'd want it to be something that could be useful. I ain't in Hong Kong, China. I'm not in fucking Great Britain or one of these foreign countries. Man, my wife's tired of these games with people. Men and women are doing it. I didn't ask for you to suggest anything. I'm just saying, if somebody knew something that was good, that was trustworthy, I don't trust anybody. Well, like I said, I don't. There is no hope for this thing. I put videos out here. I get these goddamn people claiming to be somebody, and they're leaving comments on my videos, and they're sitting there and they're saying that oh, check out this, check out that, but you can't even read half of the other shit, and I cannot begin to tell you, none of you have a picture of yourself up. My wife gets on here, looks these fucking reborn moms things up, their little damn dolls. They don't do nothing. I don't know what you think we are. I'm not going to stay here. And I tell Dylan right now, people like him were in our situation, they'd understand where a fella comes from. Because I'm telling you, I told my wife a while ago, and these people say, oh, yeah, we won't do these things no more. We won't do any of this or that. Yeah, that's the type of shit I'm known for. Straightening something out, whether it's things down here, it's 2-year-old stuff that everybody knows when they go to a job place. They're not supposed to be buying kids gifts. They ain't supposed to be doing all that stuff. But my wife and I've seen enough of these pretenders. I've heard enough of these third-party people sitting behind a desk or a phone of some kind or whatever it is. I'm tired. I'm beat up with it. I have to about give up with this because it's not going nowhere. The more time I give it, the older I get, and me and her both gonna just sit here till we freaking die, I guess. Turn old. And by the time I turn so old, and I ain't gonna be in the mood for this stuff. I wanted something nice for me and her, but they sit there and act like, that this thing's like a joke to everybody. Boy, if I'd done that to somebody, they'd be as mad as I am. But talk to strangers. You don't even have a name. My name doesn't even show up. What the fuck? The only person, like I said, the only way you ever know anybody's supposedly watching is when you see them through a video camera and they won't give you 5 fucking seconds. It's always somebody from some other country. I sit there and put my wife's likes on there, and then these fucking people like that come show up. I don't know how. I mean, for starters, you need something like that for America. For the United States, at least, to start with. That's it. I'm not saying there's people from our state of Tennessee. I've done said what's out here in Decatur. There's 1,600 and some odd people out here supposedly going by the fucking United States Census thing. I looked it up. Now, Chattanooga, Cleveland, and all them other places, Madisonville, my wife said her named off. Oh my God, they've got to be at least twice that. At least. I mean, at least, like I said, double, if not triple. Because, I mean, you've got so many more little parks and attractions or some kind of something that attracts these people to these places. Man, my wife's not able to get out. That's the whole truth. I've hated this sort of stuff. I mean, all I get done is watching YouTube. That's what I'm good for. And she watches her TV. And that's what everybody. Yeah. Oh man. Oh. But no, I just had to be honest. I wouldn't have done that. And then somebody might say, well, there he goes, just trying to help. Well, why don't you find me something trustworthy that is, if you want to help a fella out, do something that you at least pass it around. I mean, my wife said, if there's any, not just talking about Dylan out there, I'm talking about anybody. I mean, if you want to help a fella out and be nice about it, then pass it around, help us out a little bit. My God, these people out there all the time, it's travels. I've been out here, and I didn't know we was going to have, all this. Well, I knew my family pretty well. You know, didn't know hers that well till, not long afterwards. I figured them out pretty quickly. But that's you can't help. I mean, what are you going to do? So again, it's just it just turned out ugly. So I'm not bashing everybody. I know that, but there is a certain standard. I'll remember what I'm worth to somebody. Of course, like I said, I didn't know that this guy. I didn't know any of these people that have unfortunately been seen in front of my presence. So now I have to worry about all these people going around and talking bad about me and my wife and everything else because these people that they know who they are come up in here for nothing. Decatur's nothing but full of these goddamn same old people. It's fucking grandkids. People at churches have grandkids and then they bring them up. I know how this game works. That's why there's a few more here, a few more there, because you have, and like I said, you got the people that you go to every day at the stores. I just went and got my hair cut. I've been going there since I was knee-high to grasshopper there on Williams now. Like I said, they have a few grandkids or have, kids of their own. Their kids have kids. That's where the population number is going up. Let's face it, it ain't because people from Athens are coming out here and moving into Decatur. It's because these people come, and they're having more of these little kids. And I don't understand why some of these people can't find, why somebody can't find something, just one person that wouldn't be so hard to get along with. I mean, I told my wife earlier, I'm about ready to face it because y'all don't show any care whatsoever. But yeah, I'm supposed to sit there like it's crack whore mess. I'm supposed to sit there and listen and shut up, be a mute. That's what I'm supposed to do. And that's what my wife's supposed to do. So I don't want to teach. And there's too many of those out there like that to go around. I mean, I see one or two every now and then, like I said, at the grocery store. Seen one the other night or the other day when he was out there. But like I said, you don't know anything. If I don't know them like she don't, I don't want to scare somebody off. But, I don't know who gets on here and who doesn't. All I see is these made up pictures, these made up comments. When somebody does comment, they make stuff up. Wife trying to be nice. I've tried to come out here this morning, made an hour and a half video, nothing. And you might get one person and it stays on there for like a brief few minutes, maybe 30 seconds or less. Oh, wow. And then they go away. I just, like I said, I couldn't believe that, it's had to come this far. It's had to come to the realization that somebody wants to treat somebody nice. And she says, well, I know Dirk is something out there. It's never out there. I'm never anywhere. I go to Dayton maybe twice in a year. I go over there, go to the dentist office. I go to Dr. B twice a year, every 6 months. How many trips is that for? On a weekly basis. Me and her goes to the pig down here in Decatur. She goes to the freaking church over here. If she wants to go, she's more than welcome to go. She don't have to. She knows that. And so there's 2 trips there if you went both nights. Aside from a special singing or one of their little tricks, trying to bait people in, and only for the food. We know what those are. And so there you go. But I still try to be nice, because I know she's been going down there. So if I find corn or something I'm just not in the mood for, I'll let her take it down there. At least if I can't do anything else right, that'd be something that somebody could say, well, there's a couple cans of this or that, and they could go around there and give it to somebody. Like I said, me and her don't have the freaking time to sit there and waste. And I
go to my doctor's office.
She goes in there and ain't nothing but these little laughing, giggly people wanting these certain ones come in there and they start pandering and sucking up, kissing their ass or whatever it is they're doing, buying them shit. Like I said, they could be 2 or 3 more I don't know about. I don't know who they are, but like I said, then my wife comes in, oh yeah, Derek, hey, watch your videos. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and you see what I did the other day when I said hi to, but you know who? I don't pay attention to them. It's none of my business. I go in that doctor's office place for one reason. That's just to do what I need to do. Go get my crap done and get out. That freaking Hannah my wife tried that same thing. All she ends up doing is run these people off. And it ain't her fault. It's just this way. It just happens to be something we thought. These people start talking, conversation-wise. Had one up here at the diner did that shit.
Yeah, it's got me in trouble.
It's just, like I said, I believe y'all just, if you ain't watching too much news, which probably, a lot of the problem. And like I said, I didn't expect anybody to come out here and do anything. But it gives us something to talk about. It gives us something to do. Well, Eric, it's repeats. I know. But this is all we got. I don't do Facebooks. I don't do Tweeters. I don't do any of them other freaking sites that y'all do. Y'all can't even put a real picture up here on your YouTube thing. So I don't know what good you are. How am I supposed to know you some Oh, Derek has a name on there. It says so and so. It says this. It says that. Well, what good is it? I mean, can't you at least halfway be decent enough to put some kind of a picture on there? What
Do
is
you
it?
want two or do you want one?
Oh, is you? I thought you was making you one, honey.
Brian, you used to be hungry.
Well, you go ahead and eat. Which one do you want? There, I'll let you choose. Which one do you want? Do you want the nuggets? I ain't even touched them. They're still hot. Here, I'll let you have that.
Because I eat like a bird anyway.
Yeah. No, but like I said, I'm not trying to take it necessarily out on anybody. It's just it's visibly upsetting me what Dylan did. It hurts inside because it's something I could talk to him about if I saw him in person. Better than getting on here and typing back and forth. It's not worth that. I'd never go. I've tried so many things, and my wife has. And like I said, could I forgive somebody for that? Yeah, if somebody really tried to reach out there, if they felt that bad for you, and I'm not just saying him, but anybody out here, if they felt that bad, and they understood everything, frontwards, backwards, in between, whatever, this ain't a normal thing. This ain't something that everybody goes out and tries to hope for, tries to pray for. I've sat here many a nights and looked up and down, and like I said, a lot of times it's probably when I go to sleep, it probably is on my mind at some point in time, or just but I don't know how much longer me and her has. That's the only thing about time. I don't know. And if I'm 45, 50 years old, I don't know what I'm going to feel like doing. Right now, me and her at this point right now where it's still good, still have a good time to, we're not too old. And I look younger than I am. But, aside from my beard a little bit, but I'm, and like I said, there's probably somebody hiding in a bush out there somewhere. Me and her can't go out there and find that. I can't take no more chances. If y'all can't do the one thing and come up and say something besides one of her freaking dolls, like I said, if that's part of the package, it's part of her stuff. I don't care for her doing it, but like I told her, it draws the wrong ideas. And that's the only thing I have against it, because it will draw the wrong thing, and they'll sit there for 5 minutes and talk about that, and they flew the coop. Where are they at? They're going to go away. You're not going to see them. I don't even see nobody in their 20s or 30s hardly ever in that store. It's always these same old people that you get, like we said, and there's nothing. It's dead out here. Nobody would have a reason to come out here. It's like I said, we get a fire once a year. I went 5 times 2 years ago. All 5 nights didn't see a goddamn one. I went twice this year. It was here, so I went twice. And then both nights I had a nice lady up here, Hazel. Went out there. She was nice enough to help with that, because she knows how we have a hard time getting around walking. But she's Bound and determined, she says, to prove me wrong. Well, I just, like I said, I don't think y'all can handle me. Y'all can't handle me. Just like I can't handle y'all's 2-year-old bullshit y'all get yourself into. I can't handle it. Y'all want to go smoke a joint? Y'all want to go do your drugs? Go do it. Leave me alone. I mean, my God, it's that simple. You want to destroy your insides, you want to destroy the one chance you have at life up, go right ahead. Don't come begging me, another one of them crack whores. Don't come begging me. My wife might feel a little bit more sorry for you, but I'll tell you this, I certainly don't, because I don't like what happened up here. I don't care where you came from. I know there ain't no more out here at these apartments going to do that. I'm saying anybody. Because it's as much as I hear is, it's even worse in Chattanooga and in them bigger parts. And if you got fucking things that entertain you, good for you. You're one of those few people that has a few people that you go around and you can go out there. That's what my wife's been telling me. She says, "Oh, Derek, I hate having to look at these people with all these girlfriends and all them other things, or whatever it is." So we ain't worried about the couples, but you know, well, I said just like she went out there, and I didn't want her to get a Facebook way back when. This damn idiot that's now gone, thank God. Sits there, it's just a half-assed thing. It's all censorship. It's all bug-eyed and everything else. You can't. It's full of just people trying to, I like to never been, I was never so mad because I knew she was trying to do good. But when she's down here and they're somewhere else up in these other states and they ain't got no ways of getting a car, she knows they're handicapped. They ain't got no ways to do it. Well, Derek, I could walk. Yeah. They don't care about her. They don't care about nothing she's got going on. It's the same script, I swear to God. You could line them all up out here, and it'd been the same script I just got through seeing 9 months ago. The only thing they wasn't out there, I don't reckon, doing drugs, but they was just drama, work drama, family drama. That's what Farrah gets for looking any of these yahoos up, and I ain't even gonna have to name them because we know who they was. And it's just, it seems like, so that's why I'm just, I'll give it a little while, but as I said, I don't see the reason why to come out here and chat with any of you. You don't have a picture up. You don't have anything real. You have a J, a B, a C, or something. You have a little color on your background, or you might have a flag on anything, or some stupid shit like, well, Derek, you can do that stuff. Why wouldn't you just want to put a picture up, for God's sake? It's not like it's like giving out your social security number or some shit like that. Be real. I mean, that's a large portion of the problem. Had I not run into that guy at the fair, I never would have gave him. But I thought, he might get kicked out of some of our playlists or something. And I was just on here one random night on September 30th. And we're seeing him and outside just talking about some stuff, me and my wife. And that's when all this stuff about this Omingu and all that other crazy stuff come out. And it's nothing but freaking people from that. You can't get people out here to travel 2 feet up this daggone driveway. What did Safari think? Somebody from freaking, even in the United States, we've had people off these sites, we put stuff out there. Our numbers are out there on every fucking site we could find, whether it was a sex site, whether it was a thing like Facebook. We put videos out on Facebook. She had a Twitter at one time. It didn't last her long. She got a lot of these fake people off there, so fake celebrities, claiming to be these real celebrities you saw off TV, but I pretty well know every one of them was fake because a lot of them was asking for, why don't you join this? Why don't you do that? And I just don't have the time or the, patience for these people. But, we're old fashioned. We don't like this new technology junk. And so, we just have to face it. If me and her's got to pay money just to be on some site, just to get a couple of features, Lord have mercy. Man, what are they going to use your money for? Probably something's not worth paying them. Oh, come on, Derek, Oh, no, well, most of these people don't even find nothing. I've heard of eHarmony. I've seen that on there. But they don't do any good. You have to pay for that. You get maybe every now and again, you get 2 or 3 days free. Big deal. Let's just give it up. Make it free so everybody can get on there a little bit. So what? People are going to get their feelings hurt. We've had our feelings hurt by a lot of people. That's why I said I'll go in there at these places. I probably get out about 10 times in a year. If you count our weekly trips, it's more than that to the store. But, yeah, let's see, 2 times for me, 2 times to Dr. B, 2 times if nothing else goes wrong. There's 2 times if it's not a feeling. Now, if it's feeling, there might be 3 or 4 trips in a year. But on a regular basis, if you're just getting a cleaning, there's two trips there, 2 trips to Dr. B. All right, there's 4, and that's not got even one whole handful yet. And then, like I said, if you want to add a weekly trip in there, there's 4 in a month. That's to the pigs. So let's say 4 weeks is usually in a month. So let's see, how many months are there? 12. So 4 times 10 would be 40. So there's 48 trips in a year. So 48 plus, what did I say, another 4. Well, at 52. There's 52 trips out in a year. I mean, and then the only other bonus trips when we have to use Setra occasionally for our food stamps. And usually I try to use them as much as I can. So you could say there's upwards to about 50, 59, 60 trips or a little over. And then she goes, and I go down here every 3 months to walk-in clinic. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say, so about 70 times in a year we get out. It's close to that. And every time it's one of these, or shit, like I said, she might go every now and again. She don't go like every night. But there's a couple of church trips on her behalf. So, there's count that. That's, a little bit, probably around 80 trips. She, like I said, she doesn't even go every day. So I don't know, but say somewhere between 90 trips a year or 100. Just even a number, 100 trips. 100 trips in a year. What we can't get out, like I said, go out to Chattanooga and Athens and all that stuff all the time. I went that one time we got our stimulus check. And got one of them in April. And one time a feller gets something all fixed up. That's pretty good. Hamburger steak. Oh, Salisbury steak.
I picked it up.
I don't taste bad. You want to buy it? Come here. Just get you a small bite.
Oh,
Here, I'll cut you a little small. I'll cut you a little small bite.
but I'm full. Don't make me sick.
I got you a little piece. I got you a small one.
I'm full right now, baby.
I got you a small piece. Try that.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But no, I never been good at it, finding anybody anything, which I never had to be on. My friends one time tried to find me somebody, and I turned it down because I was at school then, and I was, practically, at that time when I was a kid, I was just worried about going to school. Somebody might say, well, whatever get you, as I said, go out there and getting a job don't do nothing. A bunch of goddamn married couples, fucking kids, majority of the time. Me and my wife don't want couples. Like I said, it ain't the only reason that I worked. I worked my ass off. I went up there and cleaned, tried to pay attention to that shit, what I was doing. I was going out there walking and clean that parking lot up at Hardee's. My wife seen me. Had a couple times somebody didn't hardly know me was trying to say I wasn't doing it. I said, well, hell, if I wasn't, and I'd come home and have to hear that shit. I said, well, if I wasn't doing my job, Lisa would have told me to go home. She wouldn't like it. She'd come confront me about it if I did anything wrong, which I never did. But I had people texting her, supposedly she said, and I said, well, if they're saying that, they're wrong because and she'd go and Lisa would say, yeah, he's good, he's a hard worker. I opened doors for people that did things like that because I'm supposed to. If I'm standing there cleaning the windows, I got to open the door and let them in. Some people could go to the bathroom, some's got to go in there and go to the bathroom and then go eat. But like I said, I've had three jobs. I just, every time I get one, I get laid off. And, people's using this gas thing. It ain't my fault the gas is up. Man, my goodness. One thing about it, if you take Sethra, it costs Sethra up as anybody indicator. It's only $2 and they got Sethra in Athens and around. Look them up. It may cost you a little bit more to come out here, but I don't much believe it. I don't believe there's many people out here that know what they're doing. They expect us to put out an arm and a leg and waste all of our time and money and all this on getting these cards. That's what's frustrating. Every time my wife sees somebody too, and it's happening out here a lot, it's like a third person thing, like a thing. It's like they won't show up at the door and they won't do nothing but just sit there, they'll tell more fibs. Oh, I saw that video. I saw these videos. Just got through hearing about these yahoos down here. All these people at that damn clinic. Oh, I've seen this. I like this. I like that. Oh yeah, you do. So I mean, yeah. What you like about it? Did I have to run you down like you're 2 years old on something that you know better? That's stupid. I shouldn't have to do that. Just like if I was president of the United States, I'd like to take the beer off the shelves. I'd like to take the freaking cigarettes off the shelves, and everything that you could make drugs out of off the shelves. I'd like to see these people starve. I really would. I'd like to see what they'd do during the whole day if they couldn't sit there and smoke their day away, if they couldn't drink their day away. Get a buzz. I'd just get a kick out of it. Some smart ass say, well, Derek, you ain't never gonna get I don't want to. I don't if I got that money, I'd take it and donate it. A lot of it. About 90-something%, I'd give it to some worthy charity or somebody that needed it. I'd keep me enough to live on. Maybe enough to buy a nice one time only, enough to buy me a house on. If I had, if I got to be something like that, you get pretty good money nowadays. But all the times I want to do something nice, I always got pushed aside, I always got done wrong. And I just, but yeah, I mean, I'm just one of these people that sees things before other people sees them, and some people are blind enough not to want to see future things the way I do. But I mean, it's going to have to be something so easy that there's no way it's going to have to be that feeling. And it's like I said before, it's like I'm going to ask them, I'll say, well, where was this at? This whole time, and it's what we're going to be thinking. I'm going to say, man, I wish this stuff was here a long time ago. Where was it at? But I don't know if it'll ever get there or not. Because as I said, there's a lot of hurdles and a lot of things that personally, my wife and I would have to see, that they understood, and there's things, and like I said, it's not, we don't have that much baggage, but we'd like to get, the main goal would be like, man, it'd feel good to get out of this little apartment here. There's nothing here. It's run down. There's no, nothing out here. We've had the same old stuff all the time. I used to have to put up with these people coming out here. Speaking of something, I'm glad I did straighten out them damn people out here at the damn campers and fucking little ugly ass trailers out here. These, speaking of somebody on crack, these damn men out here fussing and fighting and arguing all the time out here. And I'm glad we got that.
Hell
Got
yeah.
that shit stopped.
Hell yeah. I was getting on my
Cause-
nerves.
I tell you, and that's pretty damn bad.
Hell yeah, it was.
And I don't care whether they live or die tomorrow either. Cause these people, if you'd seen them, a beating and a banging and a clanging out here on your door, and they make every excuse. Like I said, we don't have much. But I'm not giving nobody. I don't know our phone, and I'm not giving them any money. And I wouldn't trust them. Even if I had a car, I wouldn't trust them to do anything with it. I mean, y'all get chances every day to hear me and my wife out. Like I said, it's not right money. Yeah, we're stuck in a rut. Like I said, there's probably a lot of people out there stuck, but you know, we just thought maybe some nice young lady, female, or a couple of you may be in a certain situation, might understand where we're coming from, might could take a look. But apparently not. At least not in the last 4 years now. All we're gonna have to do wait another 5, 10 more years. I certainly ain't gonna wait too long. Now, if y'all come within the next few years or so, or a few months, whatever it is, you can come tomorrow for all we know. But I'm gonna keep it open as long as I think me and my wife can. But if we reach that point, and I hate to be proved right, I want to be proved wrong in a nice way, but I just certainly don't know if y'all got what it takes. Yeah, I've seen the offers y'all throw out, the ones that I'm talking about have thrown out, and they all suck. So if you don't want to be took care of, you don't want to be hugged or kissed or done anything with, you don't want to be touched at all, you don't want anything good to happen to you, then just stay away. Like I said, it's not just that, but I'm just saying. Or if you don't have anything coming, I don't have anything wrong with watching a few movies now and then. But I get tired and I get bored when that's all it seems like. I mean, we do that here at the house as it is, but that's all we got. We manage that. Yes, but when you invite a third person in, you expect things to change a little bit. Or at least they sit there and engage in the thing. They're not just sitting off to the side like they don't care about, like what we had up here. It just never felt like anything good. It just felt like it's just something you could look at, and who wants to just sit there and look at somebody and you can't do nothing else with them? And it ain't my damn fault she's down there. These kind of people like that, not just this one we had up here, but that just people like it, choose to do all these things and put all this other crap on them either. So you have to, I can take a reasonable, stable, minded package. If your mind's where mine's at and my wife's at, you have no trouble. We're open-minded, as you can tell. We speak our mind. We're not here about religious stuff. We're not here about no politics shit. We're not here about how much money you got or don't got. We get about a little over $1,100, and a good portion of that goes toward our bills every month. Like I said. So, I mean, if somebody was out here, between here and somebody, like I said, this small chance, somebody might have somebody up here in Decatur, and they might have to come up to Decatur because they might just happen to have a family or something, or something other. But a lot of times you get these damn people. The only time you ever see any half decent, good looking woman sitting anywhere around a dining area in the Pigs when they're ordering a goddamn pizza, I'm gonna stay away from them fuckers. I'm so tired of it. That's only, and they're out of town. How can you prove that, Derek? Well, why else would somebody order a goddamn pizza? I used to watch my granny do it. Yeah, she used to not. She wasn't. And speaking of something, she wasn't even from here. She's in Red Bank for a long time. I don't know. I think I've been there a couple times, but it seemed familiar to me. Like I said, but she went and done all kinds of things in her younger years, like a lot of us would hope to have happen or do. But as Farrah gets older, usually you don't feel like doing a lot of that stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff me and her don't do. We don't party hardy. We don't go out there and do all this extreme stuff out there in the sports world. We don't hunt, fish, and all that. But we like something simple that had something in common with us. Somebody that, could be a help to us, and then we could be a help to them. But as far as I know, y'all can't be trustworthy. You can't accept the old-fashioned ways of doing things. You're wondering why we don't have these more modern phones, because we don't need them. It's just more money going down the drain. It's that much more if I have to pay every month. And then on top of that, well, it might make it easier. It might do this. It might do that. It wouldn't be no different. You still have to pay these. You still have to pay to have these memberships. I've seen these sites. This computer would be no different. If it's like this on the computer, it'd be that way on a more modernized phone. But I had one today, as a matter of fact, come out of nowhere, and just before I was going to take a nap. I don't know what they're worried about. I said, I'm going to take me a nap. Because I know I just want money. It's always somebody you can't do nothing with. And so I just in my mind right now, if you would ask me where it's at with this, I got the don't cares right now. Because I know these people aren't going to give two shits what you do. They don't care that you're sitting here, that you're disabled. They don't have the heart to care. They wouldn't ask for money if they cared. If they had a car, they're doing better than we are. And if they had any sense, they could look up these things. You could get something like a Setra and only have to pay them a few dollars or something. I know they ain't broke. They're sitting there whining and complaining about gas being high. Well, who can help that? It's always been high, except for when we were kids. And I remember even then, people said back in the old days, it used to be 10 cents, 20 cents, or something like that a gallon. Well, by the time I was born, it was like 97 cents, $1, something like that. $1.09, I don't know, something like that. Like I said, and then, first time I heard anybody complain about the gas was in about 2008. Of course, by that time, that thing when Obama was in there happened. And I can understand people griping about that because that was $4 and $5 or something. But, I mean, it's what's my point that unless we live next door to you, yins ain't going to go no further. So, I don't know. Man, it's up to you guys. Well, y'all end up proving me wrong in a good way. But, kind of trying to go over everything. I mean, where we fall short, things that we don't have, we could always make up for in other ways. But it would take a special kind of person. I'm not saying, you're saying you can't handle kids. I ain't saying that. But they got to be good kids. If I was going to take a package, I want something good. I don't want something act like a jackass, jumping around, screaming, yelling, hollering, whatever you want to call it. Well, Derek, they're kids. Give me a break. That's what I'd hear from these more modern fucks. Well, I'm like Cornette. Has another one I could throw out there. He don't like kids much either. But he said if they were calm and good kids, he's much older than I am. And he even says the same thing. I'd act like a monkey outside. I go out there and get my energy out outside. In the house, simple. Played video games or found something to entertain me. Cars, old dinosaurs me and my brother used to buy. Stuff like that. But we was that good to each other, we could entertain ourselves. You'd hardly ever know we was in there. But like I said, when a certain little brat came along, it got a little tough. But we tried to deal with it best we knew how. And a lot of times it worked. One certain time it didn't. But, we managed to get through that. But as I said, it's just whatever y'all people are going to make. Uh-oh, this belly. Uh-oh.
My nerves are bad today.
Well, mine hurt too. But no, I certainly won't be taking any more site suggestions from nobody. I just much rather not. Because he says, well, I'm on there. How do I know you're on there? You don't even have your name. I looked for my, it don't even ask for your name. Anybody could be out there. How do I know that somebody like that would be on there from the United States? Like I said, the only thing that shows up these weird people from out of the country, out of another country somewhere that I don't live in, that I wouldn't even entertain. And it doesn't matter what you put in those search bars or these little interest things. It doesn't matter. They just, and that's the problem. They're random. They say it's random, but it's not. I mean, if you want it to be, that's the first problem. Something random is there's something wrong. I want something where I can put in a certain mileage thing, like 5 miles from my house. I want something where I could put in my zip code, Decatur, Tennessee, or something. And something like that. Which me and my wife have found a few of those, but a lot of times it's stuff that you either have to have something for. Facebook's about the only thing besides Twitter that you can get on. But they got a lot of the things are censorship stuff. So again, it's just one of them things. Me and her may have to realize that it's just not going to be meant to be, because like I said, you can't really, tell nobody anything good anymore, because they won't see everything they think or something else going to be bad. And they'd rather talk about the bad stuff, like you see on Steve Wilkos, the Maury Show or something. And they'd rather be drama queens instead of, feeling good and, and doing something nice. We couldn't go out every time, turn around, but that's why I said it'd be somebody simple. And we've put out here, slim to average body type, 20s and 30s, things like that. Gives all the clues. But I just, and like I said, it's not about religion, politics, or any of that stuff. As a matter of fact, I don't keep up with it, don't want to. But, we got baseball we like, wrestling. I get on here and watch old boxing and things like that. And got music. We like all kinds of different music. She likes art, colors. She got her dolls. She has and things of that nature. Like I said, we'd have to have a lot of this in common, so we could make a headway. It just won't work. Her biggest asset's also her biggest flaw, which a lot of them would think, which is her read more than dolls. We need somebody that would be able to comprehend that, because she, that's one of her big things. But a lifetime thing we could, like I do sometimes. I might just out of the blue, if there ain't nothing there, I've seen your thing on here and I'm tired of looking something up. I don't mind occasionally just watch one of them things. But like she does, if it's too much, she'll turn it, watch some game shows or something. Or she'll do house tours. She'll go out and go for a 2 or 3 hour walk. It could be a 30-minute walk. It could be for 5 minutes. With whatever time she wants to make it. Cook dinner. The cows. She'll go see the cows and bunnies out here. So it's just, it's a lot.
Scared of me. That's the problem.
No, there's everybody wants what I've seen based off the internet and based off the stuff I've seen and stuff out here. They want you to be part of a party hardy crowd, or some Steve Wilkos or Maury crowd. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure they're nice people, but they got a bad habit started. One of them drama-filled talk shows never does anybody any good. I'll sit there and watch Bob Barker, Price is Right, all day. At least he's funny. He's better than Drew Carey. And he make you laugh. And, I don't laugh at too many things, hardly ever. But he's one of those kinds of people. He knows kind of how, and the contestants help him too. You watch a bunch of those old episodes, and these contestants come up there and they're just, for some reason, they're so thrilled to see Bob Barker, And I remember watching those early days. You didn't see nobody kissing. I don't know when it first started exactly. But from then on, just about everybody started doing it. And they get so excited over, well, I guess $10,000 back in the 80s might have been a lot bigger deal than it would be now. Everything was cheaper then, but they've had to come up with some games now where you get a lot more. But I mean, I ain't even went back and watched my wife's other video yet. I just thought, well, maybe I could come out here and for one time to give, since she want to make one, I thought, well, why the hell not make one myself? For all the reasons to like the idea, it's also the reasons why it may not come true. You know, it may be undoable. It may not even be able to be done. And it's not because it couldn't be done by us. It just takes a certain individual, and everything does have to match. You can't go opposites attract. It just doesn't work. It won't work with me. I almost tell you it wouldn't work with my wife either. There's certain things she likes. There's certain things I like to have. And if you can't meet, I like that song that says, meet in the middle. If you can't meet in the middle and compromise on a few things, you can't never have anything long term last you. Because that's just how it kind of happens, you know. So we may have only had our shot, but if that's all that's out here, it's all right. Man, it just has to end that way. That's the way it has to end. But I'm gonna try to get off here, and I may just go back and watch some of these videos or whatever I usually do, like to watch them. But no, Dylan and I just, like I said, fair, just you know, like I said, it's no big deal. I just wish now I hadn't heard of that, because it doesn't make us feel any better, and it could all be forgotten about, but it's just like I said, that's a one of the things I wish I never heard of it, but I don't know, but hopefully everybody's doing good and all of our subscribers understand. It's just one of those things, that,
I have to get things like water in the chest.
but
It pisses me off.
I know it. But yeah, anyway, we'll holler out here later sometime or another.